The following marketing information and discussion is provided for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as professional guidance or consultancy. You should find an agency for that. FedEx's is a digital marketing agency, so feel free to hire us. But otherwise, just enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Buyer's Journey by FedEx's, a discussion-based podcast on the ever-changing marketing landscape. I'm Matthew McGroarty, the social media content producer here at FedEx's.
I'm Len Ward, the managing partner at FedEx's.
So today is Wednesday, and on Wednesday we talk about the purchase stage of the buyer's journey. And the purchase stage involves a lot of things, but most importantly, it is when your client or customer is purchasing your product or service. But one important thing, especially if you are selling products, is how a product is delivered to your customer. And a lot of the times we've talked on this show about Amazon and the different things regarding the Amazon effect. Well, today we are talking about FedEx ending their express delivery contract with Amazon. Now, this does sound like kind of a big deal, but as we'll get to in a moment, it is not nearly as big for at least on FedEx end as it would sound. So FedEx will not be renewing their contract with Amazon to provide express delivery for the e-commerce giant's packages in the United States. They made this announcement on Friday, and they said in a statement that the change would not affect other existing contracts with Amazon or international services. FedEx basically said that Amazon is not its largest customer. The total percentage of FedEx revenue attributable to Amazon.com represented less than 1.3% of total FedEx revenue for the 12-month period that ended December 31st, 2018, according to FedEx. And this decision basically follows an explosion in e-commerce. FedEx estimates that e-commerce is expected to grow from 50 million to 100 million packages a day in the U.S. by 2026. And that growth, along with logistical gymnastics required to make, not lose money, pursuing the opportunity, has led FedEx and Amazon and others to look for efficiencies in their business as well as develop and deploy new technology. FedEx, for example, has unveiled that in February, an autonomous delivery device called the Same Day Bot will be announced, basically. The bot will be tested this summer in select markets, included FedEx hometown of Memphis, and is being developed in collaboration with Deca Development and Research Corp. and its founder, Dean Kamen, who invented Segway and iBot wheelchair. The initial tests involved deliveries between select FedEx office locations, the company said, and ultimately the FedEx bot will complement the FedEx same-day city service, which operates in 32 markets and 1,900 cities. We'll have to see how that goes. And then Amazon's also investing in electric vehicle company Rivian, developing a fully electric delivery drone, and acquiring urban delivery robot startup Dispatch and warehouse robotics startup Canvas Technology. So some interesting numbers. Len, what do you think about this?
It is really interesting because you would figure that's almost an oxymoron to be FedEx and say we don't want to work with Amazon. Mm-hmm. I'm really stunned that those numbers are under 2%.
Well, I mean, obviously I don't know every contract that FedEx has with Amazon, right? But it sounds like this is specifically the express delivery contract, but they made it seem like they have other contracts with Amazon. I'm assuming for more logistical purposes, right, other than just direct delivery. But I agree with you. When I heard it, I was kind of surprised that they would be dropping it. But I guess I don't know their margins or anything like that. I don't know how much money it is or is not making them in regards to anything else that they could be doing. So,
I mean, the stocks reacted well. Stock's up $5 today. UPS is up actually. UPS is up today too on this news. You know, there's a couple ways to look at it. You know, I know that everybody has long thought that Amazon is eventually going to be building their own delivery. I mean, I know that they have the Amazon trucks and all that now, and obviously as they're building more and more fulfillment centers, it's going to be easier for Amazon to get to you same day, which is, you know, for the purchase stage is going to be great. This is interesting. I'm guessing from a FedEx perspective, I mean, if we have to veer away from advertising, I'm guessing this is the first delivery company that's going to say, look, we're not hitching our entire wagon to Amazon, because as Amazon goes, FedEx and UPS stock's going to go. So you don't ever want to be tied like that. You need to be able to say we have a diversified portfolio. I think if the number is truly 1.3% for this expressing, I think this is a non-factor. But I do find it interesting that, you know, that they are walking from it. It is interesting. So,
Len, what do you think about FedEx's autonomous delivery service? Obviously, we have not read particularly deep into this. It's just something that was mentioned in Kristen Kurisek's piece on TechCrunch. I will have a link to her blog in our blog post. But it seems like FedEx is experimenting with an autonomous delivery device in the same way that Amazon is investing in delivery drones. What do you think about both of those things, Len?
Well, I think it's coming. I think it's a matter of time. We might have talked about this before. I know that they said, believe it or not, the first delivery they think is really going to happen via drone is going to be pizza.
Yeah, I feel like we have talked about that.
Yeah, they said
that is interesting, though.
Yeah, they said pizza will be the first one. I just have a really tough time believing that anyone is going to approve drone. Mm-hmm. I mean, drone delivery for Amazon.
There's so much from somebody who's working on getting his drone pilot's license for video. There's so much like can't fly within 5 miles of an airport unless you call an air traffic controller. To be fair, Amazon would work with the air traffic controllers, right?
Sure they would.
But
yeah.
I agree with you. There's just, all you need is one package that weighs a little too much to fall from the sky and hit somebody on the head, and then you have lawsuits all over the place.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I definitely think there's some things that you can definitely do drone. I think, overnight FedEx documents, stuff like that. I think you can do all that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously it's coming. There's a matter of time before it's coming. But I found it's funny. So they're talking about, so this would be like a same-day robot type drone that would actually drive around.
Yeah,
I've seen stuff like this before. But
I'm not convinced about that. Drones I'm a little more convinced about because they have a lot of problems. Obviously, when we talk about regulation, and yes, somebody could shoot a drone down somehow, but I feel like it's less likely that a drone will get shot down by somebody than a autonomous delivery bot will get robbed or like broken into or something like that. In comparison, so
well, the one thing we saw was that there were Amazon, like those little self-driving cars that we did see out there that was going to actually, where I know that they would come to the house, drop off the package, and go. I have seen stuff like that they're trying to do. It's coming. It's a matter of they're trying to get this done. So Amazon's goal is to build as many distribution centers as they can within major city radiuses. And how quick would it be to get packages to the person same day, which is devastating for a company like FedEx and UPS, which is called the way it is. The growth of FedEx and the growth of FedEx and the growth of UPS has ridden on the back of the growth of e-com. End of story. So I think as they're pushing forward through this stuff, like I know Amazon's pushing through, it's a problem for these guys. From a marketing perspective, it doesn't really, affect too much, but it comes back to where I don't mean to be the doom and gloom guy on e-com because I think e-com companies are great. I'm not saying that, but it's another concern. FedEx doing same day stuff. It's almost to the point where you just got to sell your stuff via or Amazon doing something same day. You're just going to be moving all your products on Amazon. Why even have an e-com site? Just put it right there. So,
well, that's all for today's episode of The Buyer's Journey. Check us out on Comexis.com, YouTube, and anywhere you can get your podcasts. And follow us on Twitter at @buyers_journey. Thanks for tuning in.